All right, hey everybody, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Success. I want to say thanks for joining us today on the live stream. So today is Thursday, March 28th, 2019, and today we're going to be talking about how to optimize your galleries and photos for search. So I'm going to take you through group and gallery search and access settings, show you how to make sure that those are set up correctly so that you can let the photos and galleries that you want to be searchable be found on Google while keeping your client galleries and private photos from being found. And then I'm going to talk about titles, captions, keywords, show you how to get those into your photos, into your galleries, into your groups. And then we're also going to check and make sure that those are showing, because anything that you want to help your SEO needs to be visible, not just to Google, to the search engines, but it also needs to be visible to actual visitors to your site. So I'm going to show you how to make sure that stuff shows. Now, I announced this last week, but I'm going to say it again. New phone cases are available. So if you haven't added those to your price list, make sure that you get those added. Also, don't forget the last day to enroll is Mother's Day for that client campaign. The last day is April 5th to get enrolled into that. And then don't forget about Site Review Tuesday. Hey, if you guys have been enjoying Site Review Tuesday, let me know in the chat. Tell me what you think about that. If you haven't submitted your site for a site review, there's a link in the description. The link is in the description below this video to submit your site. Now, if you've already done that, I want to let you guys know I haven't forgot about you guys. We are booked up in site reviews until 2020, so keep submitting them. If you have already submitted it, you don't have to do it again. I promise I'll get to you, but we have enough sites to review to go all the way into next year, so it's going to be around for a while, so hopefully you guys are enjoying that. Let me say hi to some of you guys in the chat. So we got Roxanne Bay from I'm trying to say it right, hanging out with us. Roxanne, always good to have you hanging out with us. Hey, hopefully you guys are enjoying this spring weather. Now, Roxanne sent me an image just a few minutes ago, kind of showing me what it was like in her neck of the woods. Not so springy, but hopefully you're enjoying that a little bit there, Roxanne. Hopefully some nice weather is on the way for you guys. But check that out. I've never actually experienced snow like that before. Let me know what you think about that. Do you guys like snow? Or is it time for it to be spring? Let me know in the chat. But hey, we've got Tristina Morphus hanging out with us. Hopefully I say your last name right. Richard is moderating today. You guys say hi to Richard. Make sure you show him some love in the chat. Heather and Amy and Kathleen and Mike and Karen, thank you guys for jumping on and hanging out. Now, we're going to get to the content here in just a minute. But if you guys have questions along the way, you don't have to wait till I stop and ask for questions. It doesn't even have to be on the topic. Make sure that you're getting those in the chat so I can get those answered for you live. Wayne, thanks for jumping on from Calgary, Alberta. Hopefully I said that right. Whoa, I don't know what just happened. Let me see if I can't fix my camera. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the topic talking about optimizing your galleries and photos for search. So let me just get over here into this. All right. So the first thing that I want to talk about is gallery access settings. So showing you how to set up your settings so that you can make sure that the photos that you want to be searchable on Google are, and making sure that the photos that you don't want to be found in Google are not searchable. And so to do that, what I recommend is setting up what we call in Zenfolio some groups. So if you look right over here above my head, I've got kind of a portfolio group right here. Now this is going to be, different galleries that demonstrate the different work that I do. And it's all set up right in here. And this is the content that I want to be searchable. I want Google to index this stuff. I want it to be found on Google search, on Bing search, whatever search engine. I want that to be indexable. And in order for that to work, you need to make sure that you have a group where that is set up to function. So if I click on this group setting right here, if I click on the group and we go up here to access, there's two settings that I'm going to show you. One is that the privacy setting is set to public. That means that anybody can get in there. They don't have to type in a password, which is what you want for your portfolio galleries. Now, the next setting is going down here to search. This setting is set to allow content to be publicly searchable, which means that it's going to let Google go ahead and index this and put that information in there. So you want to make sure that for groups and galleries, again, that you want to be found on Google, the stuff that you want to draw traffic to your website with, you want to allow it to be publicly searchable. So I have a container set up where those settings have been applied. Now, when it comes to things like client galleries, where you don't want that stuff to be found in search results, maybe you're a school photographer and, obviously privacy is a big concern and you don't want your kids' photos showing up online, neither do the parents. Trust me, that's probably a call that you do not want to have. And so in order to prevent that, what you want to do is make sure that you set up a group and you apply settings to it before you ever upload content into that. So if we go to this clients gallery right here, this clients group, I do have this one set to be public. Now you could set it to be private over here. So setting it to be private, I do have it set to be public, but the important thing is that if I go to that search tab, I have this set to do not include in any search results. And so what that does is that puts a no index tag in the HTML of that group, which tells search engines not to index any of the content that's found inside of that. Now, if you want to go an extra step and set that group to private, you can definitely do that. Or there's another setting that you could use if you want to let this content be searchable, maybe just on your website. Maybe you're letting clients use the search function on your website and you want them to be able to search for their photos there. You just don't want Google to index it. You can choose this option right here, which says allow searching on my site only. And then that's going to not let Google index it. It'll just be searchable on your site. So these are really important, guys. Set these up before you upload content into your account. That way you have these groups set up so that when you upload new content into that group, the galleries, the photos that you upload will follow the same settings that you have applied to that specific group. All right. So now that we've talked about group and gallery access settings, let's talk about titles, let's talk about captions, let's talk about keywords. All right, this is what you're going to use to optimize your photos and your galleries and your groups for search. Now, it doesn't just happen on the photo level. We're going to take it at the group level, and then we're going to go down to the gallery level, and then we're going to go down to the photos level. So as you can see right here on this public gallery or group right here for my portfolio, and let me just zoom in a little bit so you guys can see that a little bit better. So you can see right here, rather than just calling this portfolio, I actually gave it a title that has a little bit more information. So I put Zenfolio Live, Poto, Oklahoma Photographer Portfolio. So thinking about your titles, right? The way that you title things on this back end matters, because if it's a public group, a public gallery, that stuff's going to be indexed, and those titles can help your SEO. So thinking about the way you title things. And so the next time you just set it up and you think, okay, well, I'm just going to title it portfolio because that makes sense to me. That's perfectly fine to do. But if you add some more information in there, it doesn't take a lot and it's going to be a lot more beneficial to your SEO. So you can put that information right in there in that title. And then thinking about the caption of the group, like even if you don't plan on people landing on the group page. So for instance, from the website, I don't actually link to this page. I link to its sub-galleries, but this page is still indexed by Google. And so any information that's there is going to be helpful. And so the next thing you're going to do after you think about that title is click on it, go over here to details, and then think about this caption that you have in here, right? So the caption is a good place to, and I've just got some lorem ipsum in here. I think I said that right. If I didn't say it right, make fun of me and let me know. But I've got some lorem ipsum in here, but definitely you want to put some real information in there, right? So this is where you would put stuff like, I'm a wedding photographer based out of Poto, Oklahoma. Some of my favorite places to do bridal portraits are on Kavanaugh Hill or in Twyman Park. If you guys are from Oklahoma and you're picking up on what I'm putting out there, give me a thumbs up in the chat because I'm putting out some very specific locations. But yeah, so that's in that caption, that's what you're going to want to have in there is, location information, the type of photography you do in that caption. Like I said, even if you're not necessarily setting it up so that visitors are landing on this page from your website, Google still indexes this. And what you have on here still matters. So go ahead and take the time to do that for your public groups. Anything that's public and searchable, take the time, go in there and optimize it. That way you can be getting the benefits from that. Now, after you've done that on the group level, you're going to go down to the gallery level. And again, you can see here, right, that this is my engagement portfolio, but I didn't title it just engagements. I titled this Zenfolio Live Poto, Oklahoma Engagement Photographer, or maybe you would put in engagement photography, different things like that. Again, thinking about the way that you title this stuff. Now, when you get to the gallery level, you have more options in here for optimizing this. So if I click on the gallery and then we go up here and we click on details, now we have a title, we have a caption, but now we have keywords and we also have categories. So this is stuff that you need to go in here and take advantage of this. You don't have to spend a lot of time doing this, guys. You can go in here and just do some testing, right? So put some keywords in here, put a category on it, test it out for a month, watch your Google Analytics, see what keywords are getting you hits, see what aren't, try it out. It's always a process of optimizing. We tend to get wrapped up in this philosophy of I'm just going to set it like this and leave it. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I like to try to get people to think about constantly optimizing these things. So going in here, watching your Google Analytics, seeing what keywords are working for you, and then constantly updating things and keeping it to keep up with the trends and what's producing the most results. So in addition to captions in the gallery, you also get access to keywords. And you can do a single keyword in here. I would at least try to target a mix of 10 to 15 different keywords and keyword phrases on the gallery. And so you're just going to go in here and you're going to put, I don't know, you put wedding, and then you put a comma to separate it, photography, a comma to separate it. Or if you want to do a keyword phrase, you're going to enclose that in quotation marks. And I definitely encourage you to do a mix of single keywords and keyword phrases. And so a keyword phrase would be wedding photographer in Oklahoma. Oklahoma. There we go. And then I'm just enclosing it in quotation marks, and then I can put a comma and start my next keyword or start my next keyword phrase. All right, so after you've got your keywords in there, the next thing that you're going to do is go down to the category right here. And what the category is it's basically just to categorize what this gallery is about. And depending on which one you pick, they have subcategories that you can keep selecting. So we're going to go here and maybe we'll say this one is about, I think it's under lifestyles down here at the bottom. Where is it at? Lifestyle and recreation. And then I think that's where weddings are. I can't remember exactly which one weddings are under. Let me go back. Maybe it's under, what do we got? Maybe it's under people and weddings are in here somewhere. I just can't remember where they're at. If anybody knows, let me know so I'm not sitting here looking silly. But so you're just going to select a category, come down here and then select another category. And then sometimes there'll even be a third category. So once you have this all set up, go ahead and click that save button right here. And that's going to save that for this gallery. And now we can go and talk about the individual images. And so now we're just going to click on an image. And you're going to notice right here it says one selected. Now when you get to images, you get even more options. So if I go to details for that image, we have the title, we have the caption, have the copyright, and then you also have the alt attributes and then keywords and then categories here as well. So these are all things that you want to make sure that you're looking at and that you're filling out. Now these are some stock photos, so they have the photographer's copyright in here. And then they have this alt attribute, which right now is the same as the title, but you could go in there and change that if you wanted to. And then the caption is here as well. And then the title. Now, when you're titling your images, these all say the same thing. What you might think about doing is titling it based on what the photo is. So if your portfolio just has 10 to 15 images of your best work, it would be really easy to go in there and title it for what the photo actually is, rather than what I've done here, which is title it like this. Now, when it comes to keywording your photos, you don't have to keyword your photos one at a time. So you don't have to go in here and keyword your photos one at a time. What I would recommend doing is keywording your photos before you upload them. So doing it in Lightroom so that it's a lot faster of a process. Doing it in Lightroom, or if you're using Bridge or whatever post-processing software that you're using, I recommend going ahead and doing your keywording there before you upload to Zenfolio. That way it's easier. But if you've already uploaded this stuff and you didn't keyword it, you can come in Zenfolio and do it. And you can actually do this pretty easy in Zenfolio. So if I click on this photo right here, and let's say that I want to keyword a couple of photos at once rather than doing it one at a time. So I'm just going to hold Command if you're on a Mac or Control if you're on a PC. And I'm just going to click some photos that are similar. So I have that one selected, this one selected, and then let's go and let's just grab this one. And then we'll come back up here to the top. We'll hit Details. And then now we can customize the keywords for those 3 photos all at the same time. And that way it'll be a little bit faster doing it that way. What I would not suggest doing is I would suggest not giving all of your photos in each portfolio the same keywords, because there's a chance that Google is going to see that as keyword stuffing, and they could actually kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? They could actually kind of penalize you for that. So you definitely don't want to have the same keyword over and over again repeated on the title, the images, the gallery, over and over and over and over again. You want to spread it out and diversify those keywords and make sure that you're choosing different keywords and doing it strategically rather than just trying to hurry up and stuff a bunch of information in there. Okay? Now, when it comes to thinking about, how should I title my galleries? How should I title these images? There's tools that you can use to get this information. One of them that's free that I use quite a bit is called Google Trends. Everybody has access to this. It's a public tool. You can go to googletrends.com and use it. And this is what it looks like right here. And what it will let you do is it will let you check out the weight of a particular word or a phrase to see which one searches better. So let's just say that I'm trying to decide if I want to title my portfolio wedding photographer or wedding photography. I could actually compare those terms and see which one has better search results. But not just that, you can actually see what locations search more for what and what is being searched for. So if I want to come over here and compare wedding photographer to wedding photography, we can do that using Google Trends. And now we can see right here the search volume for each one of those terms. And that's going to let us make a better decision on how we title things. And if you scroll down, it gives you more information. It actually shows you what locations use which search term more. So if you are in, if you're in California, you might be using wedding photography. But if you're in Nevada, however you say it, you might think about using wedding photographer instead of wedding photography because that search term is performing better. And you can actually click in here and see this information. So if I click on this, now I'm just viewing for that state. And then I can scroll down and I can see related terms if there's related queries. So Google Trends is definitely something that you can use to help you make better decisions about what terms you're using to title things and, making sure that you're picking the right way to say things. So definitely check it out. It's a really powerful tool. All right, guys. So the next part to this is after you have keyworded everything, after you've put in titles there, after you've got it all categorized and keyworded, if you go through the trouble of doing all of that work, none of that matters if this stuff is not showing on your site. So Google only takes into account information that's readable by visitors to your website. So if it's hidden, if they can't see it, then Google is going to ignore it and not use it to rank you. So it has to be readable by your visitors. And so you want to make sure that you have those options set to show so that people can see that information. So what we're going to do is we're going to just start right up here at this group level. And I'm going to click on that. And then what I'm going to do is hover over the preview button right here. I'm going to open that in a new tab. And that's going to let me go directly to that group in Customize View where I can make sure that those things are showing. So let me click on this tab. And what we're going to do is hover over the edit button right here and edit page. And now we can go in and customize this. All right. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to options. I'm going to uncheck use default. We're going to go to page elements, and let's make sure that that caption is showing, because we've taken the time to actually put in some information in that caption. It has to show so that Google will see it as relevant and it will rank you accordingly. So we're going to click on that, make sure that that is set to show, and then we're going to apply that down here at the bottom. And now you should see that caption showing up here at the top. Now this one looks really bad. The theme on this one is probably not very good. This is my demo account. I go in here and I change things like all the time. So we could definitely go in and find the settings for this and change the color so that it's a little bit more visible. You would definitely not want to leave it like that. But the big important thing is making sure that it's set to show. Now, if you want that to show for all of your galleries, you can say, or all of your groups, you can save that as a default right here. And then all of your groups that are using the default settings, if you've taken the time to put a caption in them, it will now show up on that group page. All right, so next let's move into the gallery and let's make sure that the categories and keywords are showing in the gallery. So we're just going to click on a gallery here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up to options. We're going to uncheck that use default. We're going to go to page elements, make sure that that caption is set to show. Now you can set a caption alignment here if you want. Next, what we're going to do is go right here to categories and keywords, and you see how it's set to hide. We want to make sure that that is showing as well. So we're going to set that to show, and then let's go to the bottom and click apply. You guys can't see it. Let me get myself out of the way here so you guys can see it. All right, so we're going to go to the bottom and click apply. Now, Zenfolio knows that while this stuff is important, it might not be the best visual appearance to have categories and keywords all over your images. So what we've actually done is we've actually kept that information from being a visual distraction, and it's down on the bottom of the page. So it is 100% readable by visitors, but it is not in their face. So let me show you what that looks like. So if I scroll down, that little categories and keyword section is right here. And then if we expand that, you can see right here, here are the categories and the keywords. Now these are the categories and the keywords that we've applied to the gallery, not to the images. The images keywords are going to show on the photos. So let me show you that next. So if we click on this photo, all right, and then what we want to do is we want to make sure that that information is showing. So we're going to go to options, go to quick shop, and then we're going to go down here and make sure that the categories and keywords are set to show on the photos. And then we'll apply that. And so now those keywords are showing right here. And if we want to see more, we can click right here. And these keywords are also clickable. So I could click on this and it would take me to my Zenfolio search page where I can see all of the photos that have that keyword inside of it. So again, just making sure that that information is set to show so that when Google indexes your page, it says, oh, okay, visitors can see this information. It's relevant. Let's use this to rank this page. And then once you're done, if you want that to apply to all of your galleries and all of your photos that have categories and keywords, make sure that you click that Save as Default button, apply it, and then what we're going to do is just go right up here and click the Publish button. So make sure that after you do those changes, you publish it so it goes live out to your actual website. If you do it in Customize View and you don't publish it, it's not going to go live to your active website, and then you're going to go look at your site and you're going to be like, I didn't see anything change. What happened? I've done this 100 times. You'll probably do it too. You forgot to push the publish button, and so you're like, why isn't it showing? I just changed everything. You missed that publish button up here. So don't forget that you have to publish those changes. All right, guys, that's about it for this. Let me get back to my dashboard or my photos page here, and let me check on you guys in chat and say hi to you guys who jumped in here and joined us. All right, so let's see. We've got a lot of you guys. Man, the chat's going wild. Awesome. All right, let's see. Teresa, George, Craigslist is hanging out with us. Sheena Forte is back with us. Hey, Forte, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Let's see, we've got Tristan, Teresa, and Ben McDonald. Let's see. Making sure I say hi to everybody here. If I missed your name, I'm sorry. Yell at me in the chat. I'll try to say it out there. But hey, let me see if you guys have any questions here. Let's see. Roxanne says, can an existing collection be changed to a gallery? Unfortunately, Roxanne, a collection cannot be changed to a gallery. You would just need to delete that collection and then create a gallery in place of that collection. So unfortunately, at the moment, Roxanne, you cannot change that collection into a gallery. I wish you could, but unfortunately you can't. And if you guys aren't familiar with collections and how they work, basically what a collection is it's a place that you can store images that are located in different galleries, all in one section. So if you have a bunch of portfolios set up in galleries and you want to maybe show the top 2 images from each one of those, you could use a collection to do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. So let me just show you that really quick. If I go here and I say new collection, and we just call this Roxanne collection 1. All right. Then I'm going to go down here to this gallery and I'm just going to grab a couple of images. So let's just grab this one and maybe this one, and we'll go to actions and we'll say add to collection. And then we can go inside of here and put it in that collection. Now what's happening is that we're basically creating desktop shortcuts to those images inside of this collection. It's not copying the image. And the problem with that is that these images would carry the settings that are applied to them in this gallery into this collection, and you cannot change them in the collection. You have to go back to the image in its original gallery. And so that's why I tell people not to use collections, because it can cause a lot of issues if you do not understand how they work. And so Roxanne, in this case, what you would want to do is, rather than creating collections, just like you said, you'd want to create a gallery, but unfortunately you can't create a collection from this, or a gallery from this collection. So you would have to go in here and say new gallery, and then you would go to the gallery and copy the images. So you're going to go to the gallery right here, and then you're going to select the photos. So command, go to actions and choose copy. And then you can copy those photos into that new gallery, so that rather than building a collection, you're building a new gallery, but that gallery will let you change the settings that are on the images inside of it, even if those images originated from another gallery. In that new gallery, you can change the settings that are applied to it. That was a tongue twister. Hopefully that made some kind of sense. Great question though. All right, let me grab another question really quick. Teresa says, can you also title the gallery if the photos are on a slideshow? I use slideshows on my homepage with the indexing link to the slideshow or the actual gallery. Yeah, so I think you're probably talking about where you have a slideshow on your homepage, and this gallery right here is called homepage, but I could definitely retitle it to something else. And as long as it's public and indexable, then, it's going to be indexed by Google. And even though it's showing on my homepage as a slideshow, the homepage gallery itself would still get indexed and could show up in search results if that's what you want. So hopefully, Teresa, that kind of answers your question and makes a little bit of sense. But let me know if I need to clarify that. But yeah, you can retitle the homepage gallery if you want. You don't have to leave it titled homepage. You can definitely title it something else, even if you're showing those images as a slideshow on your homepage of your website. All right, let's see here. Let me go back here. Heather says that was way too fast. Sorry, Heather, if I went too fast. There was so much I had to cover. And guys, just in case you didn't know, there's a recording of this available. So as soon as I stop the live stream, it takes about an hour to an hour and a half. but you can go back and watch this over again. You can pause it, you can rewind it. It goes as a video on our YouTube channel, so that you can go back and watch it over and over again. In the link below this video, there's a link, or in the description below this video, there's a link that says Zenfolio Live Archive. That's where you can actually go and find all the past live streams. So you can go back and watch this and rewind it if you need to. But sorry if I went a little too fast. It was a lot of stuff to cover. And I wanted to make sure that I got it covered and still had time to answer your questions. And speaking of questions, if you are watching the recorded version of this, I would love to have you come hang out with me on a live stream. But I know not everybody can just stop what they're doing and jump on YouTube on Thursday, which is why I really appreciate those of you guys who do. Forte, Heather, Roxanne, Mike Singer, all of you guys who are here week after week, I appreciate you guys so much. And anybody whose name that I missed, I really appreciate you guys. But if you're watching the recorded version of this and you have a question that you'd like for me to answer the following week, there's a link in the description below this video that says questions for next week. It'll take you to a form. You can send me a question and I will answer it live the following week, which is what I'm going to get to right now because I've got a couple of email questions that I need to answer. All right, so the first question I have says, "Hi Robert, how do I populate a custom homepage with a section to show the most recent blog post?" Okay, so if you have your website set up to use a custom homepage, that gives you some options to work with. And basically what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get the RSS feed from your blog and put it into something that will let you create an embeddable object from your blog post. I know that sounded like a mouthful, so I'm going to take you guys through the process and show you how this works. So first of all, if you didn't know, you can change what is your designated Zenfolio homepage. If you don't want to use the built-in homepage, you do not have to. You can design your own custom homepage if you want. And the way you do that is go to custom pages, design it, and then after you have that homepage built, you can go up here to your account. So just hover over your name, go to account, and then you're going to click on website. So it's going to be down here behind my head, website, and then go to homepage. And here's where you can select what you want to use as your Zenfolio homepage. So if you want to use a custom page that you built, you can just come right down here and you can say, let's use a custom page. And then you get to choose from your list here of custom pages. And then once you save that, that custom page will now become your Zenfolio homepage. Okay, so that is the first part of how you get a different homepage. Now, when it comes to getting your blog to show on that custom page, you need to get the RSS feed from your blog, and then you need to put it into something that will create an embeddable like widget. And so the way you do that is hover over website, go to your blog, all right? And then if you go and you preview your blog, you can scroll down to the bottom, and as long as your RSS feed is showing right here, you can grab that. Now, if you don't see that, the RSS feed is really easy to figure out, but you can go up to options, and I think it's under page elements right here. Where is it? Let's see, layout options, blog, somewhere in here. You have to make sure, oh, you know what? It's under site settings, and then show RSS atom feeds right here. So you need to make sure that this is turned on, and then you can click on this little RSS thing right here, and this is going to give you your blog RSS feed. Now, it's really easy to figure out. It's just your blog web address with .rss after it, okay? So it's just your blog web address and then .rss. And then what you're going to do is you're going to copy that, and you're going to put it into some kind of third party that will give you an embeddable widget. And so really quick, I just did a web search and I found one here. It's called Feed Grabber. It's free. Now, I'm not going to go into this and how I set it up. It was pretty easy. It took me like all of 5 minutes. So if this is something that you want to do, you can use that Feed Grabber. But basically at the end of it, what it did was it gave me an embeddable code. So if I click this embed code, I'm just going to copy that or cut it, whichever one I wanted to do. And then you need to go into your website, go to custom pages, find that page that you're using as your home page, go edit it. And then what you're going to do is just go to source. And I've actually already got this in here, but you're going to go to source. And then I'm going to set this to center and then paste in that widget, uncheck source, and then we can save and preview what that looks like. All right. And so here is that blog right here. This is my 3 blog posts that I did. And you know, if this custom page had other content on it, this would appear wherever that fell on that custom page. So it's just a matter of getting your RSS feed, taking it into something that will let you create an embeddable widget from that, and then getting that embed code and embedding it into your custom page. Hopefully that gives you an idea of where to start. There's all kinds of free options online. Just search for a free RSS feed embed generator or something like that. You'll be able to find one. All right. Okay. All right. Let me see if I got another question here. Let's see. Mike's Videos 1971. Good year. Says, I added captions to a gallery, but the captions are not showing up under the individual photos. What am I missing? Thanks. All right. So if you added captions to the gallery, you need to make sure that the captions are added to the photos. Let me show you really quick. So if we go here to the gallery, which we're on the gallery level right here, right now. And then if you go over here to details, it's going to say gallery up here. And this caption right here is not going to show on the photos. It's going to show on the top of the gallery. If you want to get a caption showing on your images, you need to make sure that you're actually on the photo. So let me grab that Lorem Ipsum stuff right here. Okay, so I got that. Let me save that. And then what I'm going to do is actually click on the photo, go to details, and now we can see right here that this is the photo, and then we can put in that caption. All right, so I got that caption in there, Mike. I think it was Mike. Was it Mike? Mike, yes. Now I've got that caption in there, and I'm going to go click save. And then we just need to make sure that that stuff is set to show on the photo level. So we're going to go to preview. I'm just going to open this in a new tab. And the guys, the reason I work in a new tab like this is because I like to jump back and forth without having to use my back button. My back button, for some reason, really annoys me, and it's a lot easier to just hop back and forth between 2 different tabs. But what we're going to do is hover over the edit, go to edit page, and then what we're going to do is go click on an image right here. I think it was the first image that I did, right? Okay. So we're going to click on that image, and now you can see that caption right here is showing. That's because under options, and if it's a gallery that has a price list, you're going to do this at the quick shop setting. So quick shop, make sure that the caption is set to show under photo info. Now, if this gallery didn't have a price list, it could be loading to a different page, like the photos page. So you might need to go there and make sure that on the photos page, you go to options, uncheck use default, make sure that your caption's set to show. So just making sure that everywhere that that photo is showing up, under the options, the caption is set to show. All right, so that's what you're going to want to do, Mike. Hopefully that answers that question. If I missed something, or if you have a different setting that you need me to specifically look at, like maybe your photos are opening up to something different, let me know and I'll come back to that question. But hopefully that answered it and gave you an answer. All right, let me get back to my photos here really quick. Let's see. All right, let me see. Let me go back here. Make sure I'm caught up with you guys on chat. All right, so yes. Yeah, guys, if you didn't know, there's a link below this video. It says step-by-step PDF instructions. And what that is if you sign up for that, if you've already signed up, you don't have to do it again. You only have to sign up one time. But if you go sign up for that, what I will do is on Friday, tomorrow, whichever way you want to pretend that tomorrow is, tomorrow I will email you a PDF from today that gives you the step-by-step instructions of how to do what I was showing you to do. So if I moved a little bit too quickly, maybe signing up for that PDF might be what you want to do. Now, the PDF is not just a set of written instructions. I actually link to timestamps in the video where I discuss that specific content. So definitely you want to get that PDF guide so that you can follow along. And a lot of times too, I'll put a little bit of extra information in there as I'm going through it and writing that out there. So if you're not subscribed to get that PDF step-by-step instruction link, make sure that you click on that link in the description below the video and sign up. And if you've missed ones from previous weeks, when I email you on Friday, I'll also include a link to where you can go in and download the ones from the archive as well. But you have to be signed up to get that. And thank you guys so much. If you're already signed up, hey, let me know if you guys are enjoying that if you're signed up. Hopefully it's helpful. I know not everybody likes to watch videos. Some people like to have those instructions. And so that's why we tried to create that, was to kind of meet you guys where you best find the information, the way you best learn. So let me know if you guys are enjoying that. All right, let's see here. All signed up. I love getting Dana loves getting the PDFs. Awesome. Let's see. Also loving the Tuesday site reviews, but I'm not available on Tuesday, but I learned so much from the replay. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, the site reviews, guys, are a lot of fun. I am really enjoying doing those, and hopefully you guys are enjoying watching those. And then, again, if you go to our YouTube channel, if you've missed some in the past, there's actually an archive that you can go watch the previous episodes. Definitely go check it out if you haven't checked them out yet. All right, let's see. Going through, making sure that I am caught up to you guys. All right. All right, let me grab another email question really quick. Guys, we've got about 18 minutes left. So if you've been setting on a question that you want to ask, make sure that you get it in the chat. Richard or Forte or Roxanne might even answer you before I can, because those guys are awesome. So is Craigslist in there as well. Those guys are awesome. So get your questions in the chat. They might even answer you on it before I do. But let me grab another email question really quick, and then I'll come back and check on you guys in chat. All right, I hate blogging. This is not me saying this. This is the question that I have. I hate blogging, but I know how good it is for SEO. Do you have any tips to make it a little easier for those of us who are not novelists? I can definitely sympathize with this. I do not blog at all. You know, give me a phone with a camera on it. I'll flip the camera on and I will talk to you all day long. I love talking to people on the camera. So definitely, I am not a blogger, but I will turn the camera on and talk your ear off, I promise. But the problem with that is that video is great to learn by, but it's not so good for SEO. It's good to mix in, but you definitely need to have that text information, because that's what helps you on the search engines. And so if you hate blogging, I'm going to give you a couple of tips that a blogger has given to me before. One is that you need to find something that you like to talk about. Don't feel like you have to fake something. Don't feel like you have to tell people what they want to hear. You have to be real and really let yourself come across, and you have to enjoy it, or you're not going to do it. And if you're not going to blog consistently, there's not really a reason to blog at all, and you should focus your attention somewhere else. But if you want to get into that, my first tip is to find something that you like to talk about, and make sure that it is something that you feel natural talking about, and that is something that you're going to enjoy talking about. Now, my next tip is to check out some other photographers that you respect, ones that you like, that you enjoy. Maybe there's blogs that you enjoy reading, and really analyze what it is about those blogs that you enjoy reading. And don't try to recreate that in your own blog, because you want to be yourself, but take the principles that they're using and apply it in your own way to your blog. All right. Now, the other thing that you can do as well is, if you don't like to write a novel, if you want to blog and you want to show some images, but you don't want to spend the time to write a big novel, Zenfolio actually has a quick blog post option that's built right into the back of it, that you don't even have to go to the blog section. So what we're going to do is, I'll show you that really quick. It's really easy to do. And so if you're looking getting into blogging, but you don't have a lot of time, you can do this like every time you upload a new gallery. It's really easy to do. find your favorite image from that gallery. You know, obviously you want to make sure it's okay with the client before you do this. Even though you own the copyrights to the photos, it's just good practice to let your clients know, I really want to share this image. Is that okay with you guys? Because the last thing that you want to do is develop a poor rapport with your clients. That's going to be priority. You want to make sure that even though you have every right to do that, you want to make sure it's okay with them to do that. My power just flickered. Hopefully you guys are still with me, but my monitor over here went, oh, there it goes. Okay, back on track. Okay, so like I said, you want to make sure that you have permission from the client to share those photos out. Now the quick blog post option that I'm talking about is really easy to do. It's right here in the gallery. Just pick out the image you want to use, click the little drop down arrow, and then let me get myself out of the way here so you guys can see this. Actually, let me just bring the page up. So click this and then hit the little share button right here. And then there's a blog button right here, and you can blog right from this page. You don't ever have to go into the blog. So you can share this image out, come down here, give it a quick caption. Now in that caption, be strategic with what you're putting in here. Don't just put, you know, hey, had a great shoot today. This couple's awesome. I know that's easy. Had a great shoot at Dorothea Dix campus today. Such a lovely couple. So glad that they let me photograph their engagement here and blah, blah, blah. So you're putting a nice caption, but you're dropping specific keywords in there to make this searchable and make it actually worth doing the work for. After you do that, scroll down, throw in your keywords, right? It's going to suggest some keywords down here. Feel free to use those. These keywords are probably just coming from the image, but you can also put in your own, like, you know, wedding photographer, engagement photography, Raleigh, North Carolina, Dorothea Dix campus, whatever you want to put in there. And then you can just hit that publish button and boom, 2 minutes or less, and you've put up a new blog post and you can move on throughout your day. So if you're dreading that blogging time and you just want to do something quick that's easy to keep consistent, get in the habit of picking maybe your best photo from that shoot. After you upload the gallery, go in there and do a quick blog post, put a little caption on there, add some keywords, and publish that to your blog so that you have that consistency going. All right. Hopefully that gave you a good answer to that question. I am definitely one of those people that I hate blogging. My wife, she's like a natural born blogger that does not blog. She blogs via text message. She should really become a blogger because she can write some fantastic text messages. I, on the other hand, if I'm texting you or writing something to you, I will tell you exactly what you need to know in the shortest amount of sentences and words as possible. So I am not a natural born blogger. All right. So the next question I have over here, let me make sure that I don't have any chat questions that I'm missing. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so I've caught up to you guys in chat. If you have any more questions, we do have about 12 more minutes left. Make sure that you get those questions in the chat so I can get those answered for you. But let me grab a couple of email questions really quick. Let's see. Next question. Can I set up a minimum purchase order for my shop? Well, that depends on what account level you have. So if you want to set it up to where people cannot come in and just buy the cheapest print product that you offer, maybe you would like for people to purchase a package before they purchase a la carte items. There's not a true way to do that, but there is a way to set up a minimum purchase amount. Now, that's only going to be available if you have a legacy premium business account or an advanced plan. And if you're not sure what plan you have, you can hover over your name up here. Excuse me, guys. Hover over your name, go to account, and then it will tell you right here, Zenfolio plan. I have a special plan, but it'll tell you right here what plan level that you have. So you need to have premium business or an advanced plan to set an order minimum. Let me grab some water because I am talking like crazy. I need to get my red cup back. All right. After you made sure that you can do this, that you have the right plan level, if you want to set an order minimum, you can do this on each price list that you have. So we're going to go to selling, go to price list, and then I'm just going to pick one here at random, click on it, and then we're going to go to the price list settings. And then if you scroll to the very bottom, that's where this option is going to be. So price list settings right here. scroll down to the very bottom, and you're going to see order minimum down here at the bottom. And so this is where you can say, hey, I don't want people to come in here and just purchase the cheapest a la carte option that I have. I would like for them to purchase a package, and my cheapest package is $25. So what are you going to do? You're going to set that order minimum to be $25. And then nobody can check out on that price list unless they either have that package added to their cart or they at least have $25 worth of product in their cart. And so that's how you can set that up if you want that option. All right, then you're just going to make sure that you click save. And then you're going to click save again up here in the top or the bottom, sorry. Save again. And now that price list has an order minimum on it. And when your clients go and they try to check out, it will give them a little warning. It'll say, hey, your order doesn't meet the order minimum. You need to have $25 in your cart. Please add some items to your cart. I can't remember exactly what it says, but it says something like that on there. All right, but great question. It's definitely a great option. That's one of the many features that you gain by upgrading to the advanced plan. So if you don't have the advanced plan and you're interested in that, definitely reach out to the support team, talk to them. They are happy to talk to you about your upgrading options and what benefits you would be gaining. The advanced plan is a great plan if you're doing like sports, your schools, or maybe you have other photographers that work for you and you need a way for them to upload because you don't have time to Dropbox photos back and forth and then upload them. You just want them to be able to upload directly in your account without actually giving them access to your account. So it's definitely a great plan to have. You get some additional features like a Zenfolio event. I can't even remember all the additional features you get right now, kind of brain fog, but you get quite a few additional features on that advanced plan. So if you're not on it and you're interested, hit up the support team, ask them about it, and they would be more than happy to talk to you about your options. And guys, we have an amazing support team. I give them a shout out every week because they are just absolutely phenomenal. They really care about you guys, and all of them are photographers as well, and they do such a great job. And like I said, they genuinely care about you guys and want to help you be successful here on Zenfolio. So a big shout out to our support team because they are phenomenal. If you guys have had an experience with our support team, let me know in the chat. What do you guys think? Have you guys talked to them? Have they helped you? If you haven't, I challenge you, as you're in here and you're trying to figure something out, don't get frustrated. Just hit the chat button and reach out to them, and they are more than glad or more than happy to help you with your questions. All right, let me grab another email question really quick. Let's see. How do you add a search bar to a specific page? The theme I selected only shows it on the home page, but I would like it on other pages as well. So if you want to show the search bar on all of your other pages, what you can do is you can turn the search function on for your site header and then make sure that your site header is set to show on those other pages. Now, before I go into that, I just want to say, only show the search bar if you are optimizing your site to be searched and if that is something that you want your clients to do. If it's something that you're kind of on the fence and you're like, it'd be kind of cool to have that, but I'm not really sure what I would use it for, you don't want to show it. If you're a landscape photographer or a fine art photographer and you're keywording your photos and you want a quick, easy way for people to search, you want to show the search bar. If you're a portrait photographer and you're like, it might be kind of cool if they could just search for their name, you don't want to show it. You only want to use that if you're really sure that that's something you want people on your site to use. All right. Now, if that's something that you do want, what you want to do is you want to go and turn it on for your site header. So what we're going to do is hover over website right here. And I'm going to right click on customize site and set it to open up in a new tab. And then what we're going to do is just go under here, under options. Right here, I'll hit continue. And then what we're going to do is just go to site header down here. Now you guys can't see the site header. Right now, this is the homepage menu. And if you're not sure what you're using, on your homepage, there are multiple menus that you can use. And so you just go up to options and then see if you're using your homepage menu or if you're using your page header. So I'm going to switch this over to my page header really quick so I can show you guys this. So we're going to go show page header, and then we're going to apply that down here at the bottom. Now, once you have your page header showing, All right, then you just go over here to, let me get myself out of the way so you guys can see this stuff. You're going to go over here to site header, and then just go to elements and set the search field to show. Now you can show it two different ways. You can show it in a collapsed form or an expanded form. Let me show you what both of those options look like. So once I set that to show, the collapsed form is, oops, did I set it to show? Let me go back. Let's show it expanded. Oh, you know what? It might be, let me go back here. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's why, because I was zoomed out. Okay, so this is the expanded form right here. And so this is where people can click up here and do a search. Or you can show it in the collapsed form, which looks like this. So if I scroll over, it looks like this. And then when you hover over it, the little search bar comes through. Okay? And so if you want to show it only on a specific page, then you'll need to figure out if that page is going to have the site header showing or not. And that's how you're going to control where that search bar shows up. Now you can also show it in the site footer. I think you can. Yeah, you can as well. So you can show it in the site footer as well. And that would be down at the bottom as long as you have that site footer showing. So if I go back up here to options, go to this, show that page footer. And then we scroll down here. Here's that search bar showing down here. Now, I definitely don't recommend having that stuff show on all of those and having all of those turned on for your site. I would really only have it on one space and just make it set up so that that's showing on the pages that you want. So hopefully that answered your question about the search bar and how you can set it to show. All right, let me get back to my photos page. Guys, we got about 3 minutes left. Any last minute questions? Throw those in the chat really quick. I'm going to try to grab another email question, see if I can't get it answered. See if I can't get it answered before the 3 minutes are up. All right, next question. What can I do to improve the SEO of my homepage? Well, one of the things you want to do, right, is you want to think about your website overall. You don't want to just think about your homepage, but you want to think of your site as a whole. The homepage is just one homepage. And the better that you complete your site, the better all of your pages are going to be. So making sure that you're not just focusing on your homepage, but you're focusing on your entire site, making sure that anywhere you can put text, anywhere that you can put keywords, that you do that so that it just benefits your whole site as a whole for the SEO. Also, any site menu items that you have up at the top, make sure that those site menu items link to pages that have good SEO practices in them. So what I mean is if you have a portfolio set up, make sure that your portfolio link is going to a gallery where you've taken the time to keyword things, where you have all that set to show and you've done some good, best practices SEO things like we just talked about earlier when we first started. So that is going to be my tip on that. Now, if you really want to focus on just the homepage, there are a couple of places I can show you really quick that will help you with that homepage SEO. And these are things that a lot of us set up when we first create our account and we forget. So if I go to Zenfolio and we go to account, you're going to go down here to website and then go to search engine optimization. And a lot of times when we first create our account, we put this information in, we forget about it, and we never come back and change it. And so this is your homepage title and your website description, and this directly affects your homepage. So come back to this section, make sure that you put a lot more information in your homepage title. Don't just put Zenfolio Live Photography. Put location information, put specific styles and genres of photography in there so that you're taking advantage of that. Now for the website description, make sure that you're putting more information in here. This is the little description that you see underneath the main text when you do a search. So this is what people read when they decide if they're going to click on your photo or not. So making sure that you come back and put information in here. All right, guys, I want to say thank you again to everybody who came and hang out with me today. You guys have been awesome. Forte, Roxanne, Craigslist. Let's see who else we have here really quick. Richard, Dana, Mike, Teresa, Heather, Amy, Ben, trying to make sure I say everybody's name. Thank you guys again. Hey, make sure that you guys go out and do something positive and nice for somebody today. Go comment somebody on their hair. Tell somebody they look nice. Do something to be positive. And I hope you guys all have a great weekend. And I will see you guys on Tuesday for Site Review Tuesday.